Behold the long-awaited sequel of the ranking Blue Lock character design video. Today I'm gonna rank 6 other players, right here, shown on the screen. I'm only looking at the character designs in terms of how well they fit their owner's characteristics and the story, not based on how much I like them. Also, in the last video, I forgot to mention that Ryo has like small eyebrows. I didn't notice them until I bought his figurine. I was like, oh, his eyebrows are different. Cool. Anyways, let's jump straight into it. Starting off with Barou Shoei. I like Barou's design. His hair that goes upwards resembles like a crown, like matching his nickname, King Barou. The X on the side of his hair is also like matching his like Team X. It also like adds a nice touch to differentiate him from like the generic delinquent hairstyle that's gelled upwards. His red, narrower eyes is also like a fire choice. It's very typical color for like a hot-headed villain. So I think it works great for Barou since he serves as like one of the bigger antagonists throughout the story. So it makes him look very menacing. He's also really big. It makes him look very intimidating, and it serves him well since he's the first antagonist Team Z faces. My only complaint for him is that his design isn't super memorable. Like he can be put in like any other story as like a background character. Maybe this issue could have been cleared if he has a dark red or purple hair. Also completely irrelevant, but the fact that Nagi's taller than him is just super funny to me. Overall, he's a solid A tier. Next up, we got Nico Iki. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of Nico's bangs. I know it helped differentiate him from other characters, like he's very memorable, and also presents him as some sort of like a hidden menace of Team Y. But I just find him look way too goofy with his eyes covered up all the time when his eyes are like kind of his like main weapon. I think he's just better off without those bangs. Maybe he can have like one eye covered instead and showing his other eye. Speaking of his eyes, I love his cyan round eyes. I think it's a great design. It really shows off his weapon of spatial awareness. I like how it's also like rounder than Isagi's, so like it makes them look kind of different. Now let's look at his aura color. It's red in this specific scene in the anime, whereas it's teal in like the mobile game, so I'd prefer teal for him just so it matches his eyes. Also, red overlaps with Barou and Kuon already, so teal's just the better choice. Another thing I want to mention is, Nico really deserves his own volume cover art. I know he isn't like a central character in the story, but like, he's got a decent amount of screen time already. Technically paper time, because he's in the manga. Especially later down the line. So please, Blue Lock, give my boy Nico some love. Overall, I'd rank him at top of B. Moving on, we have Tsurugi Zantatsu. I like Zantatsu's design. It's very simple yet effective. Yes, it's borderline boring. Yes, it's borderline boring. We've seen this exact design of like black hair plus like glasses thousands of times in anime already. But because there are like so few characters in Blue Lock that wear glasses, like Zantatsu's able to like stand out in the environment. Plus, his whole gag is revolved around him pretending to be smart while he's actually very like stupid. So his design really sells the idea. It just like leans into like the stereotypical look of like a smart dude in an anime. Also, he's complemented with gray a lot. I think it works fine. It gives off that like serious vibe they're trying to go with him, while like it contrasts with his like dumb personality. So overall, I give his design an A. I put him right after Nagi. Next, we have Tokimitsu Aoshi, the third place in Blue Lock, second selection. Dude is built like a brick. It creates like a very funny contrast with his like shy personality. I think it's very funny. His hair is kind of boring, it's just brown and short, but doesn't need to be anything super fancy. Plus it really fits his character well, of like how he feels like inferior to others. And it like creates contrast with like first and second place in the second selection. As for his eyes, I like how big they are. It makes him look like very innocent and naive. And I also like how they're like rather empty compared to all the other characters. Like he doesn't have like irises kind of inside. So like it makes him look very like menacing, like he can like snap and like kill you on the field. This dark green also fits him really well for like his eyes and like aura color. Furthermore, Have I mentioned his smile? I like his smile. The mouth shape is like so like blob-like. It's like borderline uncanny, but it's also like cute at the same time. So like it represents his like switch in attitude as well. And a lot of the time he looks very like wholesome in the background. So I put Tokimitsu in A tier right after Zantatsu. The A tier is getting kind of crowded. C and D are like still empty, but what can I say? Blue Lock just has good character designs. Okay, next. We have the second place of the second selection. I said second twice, I mean 3 times already. Are you Jubei? Are you Jubei? First of all, black nails, slay. Okay, next we're gonna just tackle like one of the biggest things in his design, his long hair. Again, same problem with Chigiri, like why isn't it tied up during matches? Or like at least like brush the front bit to like the side so it doesn't like dangle in the face during a match. I don't know, it looks super impractical to me. But I guess like anime logic applies here again, like it's the sacrifice of logic for like stunning visuals. As for the length of the hair, I think it's perfect. It really helps guide like the readers or anime watchers to his like really long limbs. But it does make him look like a spider to me for some reason. Also, he has very feminine features. I think it matches his like elegant persona. As for his color palette, I think there's too much black in his design. It makes him look too emo or goth, and it doesn't fit his character. He even looks like those like Japanese ghosts, like from like Grudge or something. I wish there's a pop of color somewhere on his design to demonstrate his like appreciation towards anything stylish. Maybe he can have like a stripe of hair that's like magenta or something. I think magenta would fit him, or like some type of shade of pink. Currently, when I'm making this video, we haven't seen his like aura color yet, but judging from like volume covers and like other stuff or like promotional art, I'm guessing his aura color is gonna be this grayish brown, and personally I think it's just way too dull for him. It really contradicts his like, how do I say, like this like flashy, elegant personality. I think something more saturated would definitely be a better color for him. But overall, I put him in top B. Actually right after Nico. I think Nico is still the better design. Last but not least in this video, we're gonna do the boy, the emo kid, the edgy legend, Itoshi Rin. I like how his design clearly mirrors Isagi's design. Like he looks like a more mature version of Isagi, despite being like a year younger than him. Yeah, he's younger by the way. It's kind of funny. He looks like way older, and also he's way taller. It's just very funny to me. I don't know why. Also, although Rin looks kind of plain, like from first glance, I think it suits him because he doesn't really care. Like he was not the type of character who would care about his look to like change it. So he would just have like a more like generic like black hairstyle / dark green. Even though he does look plain, his long bottom eyelashes help him stand out amongst the other faces in Blue Lock. It's very memorable. Like if you see those eyes, you're like, oh, it's Itoshi Rin. And it matches his brothers as well, so it kind of helps link together that, oh, they're related. His aura color is this blue / cyan hue. It matches his eyes and hair as well. And although I'm still salty that Isagi didn't get blue as his aura color instead, I think Rin really rocks this shade of like cyan blue, so yeah, good for you, Rin. So the S tier is where this funny edgelord goes. Yeah, that's it. So that's all the characters I'm gonna rank for today. Do you agree with my ranking? If not, you can like debate in like the comment section down below and I'll try to reply. And also who you want me to rank in part 3 if I ever do one. You can also list down those characters below. Whilst I'm recording this, I reached like 800 subscribers or something. I literally like didn't check YouTube for a day. I came back and like it just skyrocketed. I'm like, whoa, okay. Thank you very much for subscribing. Bye!